everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that is absolutely crucial for a better, more fulfilling life: your brain health. Think about it. Your brain is the command center for everything you do, everything you feel, and everything you learn. It's responsible for your memories, your creativity, your problem-solving skills, and even your mood. And yet, how often do we truly focus on nurturing this incredible organ? Many of us take our brain health for granted until something feels off. But what if I told you that by implementing a few simple, actionable tips, you could dramatically improve your brain's function, boost your cognitive abilities, and truly enhance your overall quality of life? In this video, we're going to uncover some powerful strategies that will help you cultivate a healthy brain, leading to better focus, sharper memory, improved emotional regulation, and a more vibrant existence. Stay tuned, because the tips we're about to share could genuinely transform your life.
Today, we are going to build a blueprint for a stronger, healthier brain, and it's all based on the science of nutrition. So let's get right into it.
Let's kick things off with a pretty crucial question, one that affects your focus, your memory, and even your mood every single day. The food you eat is either the most powerful medicine for your mind or, well, the slowest form of poison. So let me ask you, are you really feeding your brain what it needs to thrive?
To understand why this matters so much, you have to get your head around this staggering fact. Your brain is only about 2% of your body weight, but it devours a massive 20% of your body's total oxygen and energy. That makes it by far the most demanding, energy-hungry organ you have. It's like having a supercar engine in a compact frame.
So, to meet those incredible demands, we've laid out a 6-part blueprint. We're going to cover the brain's basic needs, its fuel source, the building blocks, its essential support crew, how to protect it, and then we'll put it all together in the final master plan. Let's dive in.
Okay, first up, let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale of the project we're working on here, the human brain. You know, before you can build or maintain any structure, you have to understand the specs. And the brain specs are, well, they're nothing short of astronomical.
Inside your head right now, you have an estimated 140 billion neurons. To put that in perspective, imagine a massive, sprawling city with 140 billion individual buildings. And every single one of them needs its own dedicated power supply, 24/7. That's the kind of energy demand we're talking about.
So, how do we power that city of neurons? Well, it gets its power directly from the food we eat. But here's the catch. Fuel quality is everything. It's the difference between your brain running smoothly or sputtering and stalling out.
Now, the real key to steady brain power is getting the right kind of fuel at the right pace. And the best tool we have for figuring this out is something called the glycemic index. It sounds a little technical, but all it really does is tell us how quickly a food dumps sugar, which is the brain's main fuel, into our bloodstream.
Really, it all comes down to choosing your fuel type. You've got high GI foods, things like white bread or sugary snacks. They're like throwing a piece of paper on a fire. You get a big, bright flash of energy that just burns out in seconds, leaving you with that dreaded brain fog. On the other hand, you have low GI foods, like vegetables and whole grains. They're like a slow-burning log, providing consistent, stable energy for hours of clear, focused thought.
And this chart really visualizes that whole concept perfectly. On one side, you see the high GI, fast-burning fuels like white rice, and on the other, you have the low GI, slow-release fuels like lentils and broccoli. This shows you the practical choice you can make every day to stabilize your brain's power supply.
Now, we talk a lot about sugar as fuel, but it's totally useless without its partner in crime, oxygen. Oxygen is what lets the brain actually burn that glucose to create usable energy. If you deprive the brain of oxygen for just 30 seconds, cells start getting damaged. It is absolutely non-negotiable.
Okay, so we've got the power source figured out. Now we need the raw materials. This section is all about the physical building blocks of the brain, the actual substance that makes up your neurons and all their connections. If your brain is a house, then proteins and their smaller parts, amino acids, are the bricks and the mortar. It's really that simple. Without enough high-quality protein, your brain just can't repair itself or build the new pathways it needs for learning and memory. So these amino acids are the individual bricks. You can see how they're classified here, but the main takeaway is this group called essential amino acids. They're called essential for a reason. Our bodies can't make them. We have to get them from our food to keep the brain's structure and function intact. All right,
let's talk about a nutrient that has had a terrible reputation for decades, but is, in fact, one of your brain's absolute best friends. I am talking about fat. Your brain is the fattiest organ in your body, so cutting out the right kinds of fat is one of the worst things you can do for your cognitive health.
And we're not talking about just any fats. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, and these essential fatty acids, or EFAs, they form the actual walls of your neurons. Think of them as the high-grade insulation on all the wiring that makes lightning-fast communication possible. And this pie chart just brilliantly illustrates the balance that we need. See, it's not about eliminating fat. It's about getting the proportions right. The modern diet is often just overloaded with omega-6 fats, while being starved of the anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Getting that balance right is so key to brain health. So to help you get that balance right and pack in more of those crucial omega-3s, here is a simple shopping list. Adding these foods to your diet is a direct investment in your brain's structural integrity.
Okay, we have power, we have materials, but no project can succeed without a specialist support crew, right? Well, for the brain, this crew is made up of vitamins, minerals, and of course, water.
First up is iron.
Think of iron as the entire fleet of delivery trucks for the entire brain construction site. It's a key part of hemoglobin, which is the vehicle that carries that non-negotiable fuel, oxygen, to every single one of your neurons. Next up is zinc. And zinc is kind of like the on-site electrician. If neurons are the workers, zinc provides the literal spark that lets them talk to each other across synapses. It's absolutely critical for sending signals and for forming new memories. Then you have the B vitamin family. And these guys are your multi-talented on-site crew. They do everything. They help convert your food into energy, they create mood-regulating neurotransmitters, and they even help repair your brain cells.
And finally, we have the most abundant member of the support crew, water. Your brain is about 75% water. Think about that. Even just mild dehydration can actually shrink your brain tissue and significantly impair your concentration and short-term memory. Staying hydrated is completely non-negotiable.
Okay, we've built an incredible structure. We've got power, materials, and a top-notch support crew. But any great structure needs a long-term maintenance and protection plan. So how do we protect our master control center from all the daily wear and tear?
The first line of defense is sleep. And let's be really clear about this. Sleep is not downtime. It's when the brain's essential cleaning and repair crew gets to work. While you're sleeping, a special system actively flushes out all the metabolic junk that builds up during the day. This process is vital for your performance tomorrow and your long-term health.
You see, as our brain burns all that energy, it creates a kind of biological exhaust in the form of unstable molecules called free radicals. This process, called oxidative stress, is basically like rust for our brain cells. It causes damage and contributes to aging. And this is where our internal security team comes in. Antioxidants. These are molecules found in abundance in colorful fruits and vegetables that patrol the brain, neutralizing those damaging free radicals on site and protecting our precious neurons from harm. So, let's bring it all together. We've covered the demands, the fuel, the materials, the support crew, and the protection plan. Here it is, your final consolidated brain-building blueprint. Consider this your master plan. It visually summarizes every single key nutrient we've talked about, and more importantly, it links them to the exact foods where you can find them. This is your practical guide, your cheat sheet for every meal you eat.
Ultimately, building a healthier, stronger brain isn't about one single perfect meal or some fad diet. It's about the small, consistent, intelligent choices you make every single day. The foundation is laid one brick, one meal at a time. Now you have the plan. The only question left is, what are you going to build?